Hello and assalamu alaikum everyone. Today I have invited Ovais. Ovais is basically a person who has been working with me in digital marketing in Dubai also. He also worked in Kuwait और recently Ovais जो है वो बर्लिन मूव हुए हैं. तो I thought कि मैं Ovais को अपने चैनल पे इनवाइट करता हूँ और आप इनसे क्वेश्चन पूछता हूँ about how can somebody plan to move to Europe. अभी Ovais के चैनल पे more than 50,000 लोग हैं, जो कि बहुत कम लोग हैं जो इतने शॉर्ट टाइम में इतनी बड़ी अचीवमेंट करते हैं. If you are looking for digital marketing, especially programmatic marketing, आप सीखना चाहते हैं तो Ovais is the guy. आप इनके चैनल को फॉलो कर सकते हैं. So let's start with Ovais. Thank you again for giving me the time, and let's start one by one few questions.
Thank you so much, Usman. Thank you for having me on your channel.
So first question, Ovais, how many years you have worked in Dubai, and how was your journey in Dubai? आप दुबई में कैसे पहुंचे और आपने कितना अच्छा काम किया? थोड़ा सा अगर आप बताएं.
So I have worked in digital marketing space. I mean, my first job was in digital marketing as well. So I think it's been 8 years I have been working in digital marketing. So I'll just give you a quick brief overview about my journey. I started my job with Hewlett Packard as a digital marketing executive. That's where I got introduced to digital marketing. And I worked there for a year. And then I got an opportunity with Google. I worked on the publishing side of digital marketing business there. I worked there for 2.5 years, but that's where I got introduced to advertiser side platforms like DV360, Google Analytics. And after that, I moved to Dubai. I think I worked in Dubai for 4.5 years, 5 years, worked with 2 different agencies. One of them is Boopin and another one is an MCN agency called Initiative. So 4.5 years I worked there. Then I moved to Germany. It's been, I think, few months now. So yeah, that's my brief overview.
Very interesting to get to know. Ovais, what are you learning in Dubai? Working with the Dubai market is entirely different. Middle East is entirely different, and obviously Europe is entirely different. So पहले हम थोड़ा सा बात करते हैं कि Middle East market में आपका experience कैसा रहा? What are your learning? Please share few things.
So to be honest with you, like if I have to sum it up in one word, overall Dubai market within digital marketing industry, it's a hustle. You have to kind of, but the thing is the clients and all the stakeholders in Dubai and UAE, they are not much tech savvy, unlike India or Europe and Kuwait. Kuwait is like Dubai, but they're not much tech savvy. So the thing in Dubai, what you need to always keep in mind is you always need to understand what are the new trends in digital marketing. You need to propose those things to the clients, because in Dubai, generally clients, they are always on the lookout for new trends in digital marketing. For example, when TikTok started advertising in the region, so all the clients were like, which agency does TikTok advertising? So yeah, I mean, all these things. So when CDP became a thing like 2 years ago, when Google announced that we are deprecating third-party cookies, we will not allow them on our platform, Chrome, and all that shebang. So clients were like, okay, which agency was talking about CDPs? Which agency can help us with implementing CDP in our ad tech? So that's like, there are a lot of things, but this is one thing you need to keep in mind. If you want to have a career in Dubai, you need to be on top of the trends and what's going on in the market.
True. You are right. Yeah, I have feel that the same is happening everywhere. People are very much into new trends, and like fintech industry is growing. Everybody is talking कि fintech में क्या हो रहा है, नए जो है वो startups क्या कर रहे हैं, सब कुछ ऐसा चल रहा है. Exactly.
Yeah, because generally as well, I mean, people in Dubai and Middle East generally, they want to do the biggest, longest, tallest, first ones to do something. So this is like the main selling point of any agency or a person.
Okay. So if I say कि आपको दुबई में what is your most like or dislike thing? One thing अगर आप थोड़ी सी share करना चाहें.
About career or in general?
Overall career and general, both you can talk.
Okay, I always say this. I mean, Dubai is an ocean of opportunities. If there is a person who has the right skills, who can understand the market and the need of the market and need of the agencies or companies, sky is the limit. In Dubai, you can grow exponentially. Like I have worked in a lot of countries for a lot of clients, my full-time jobs, my consultancy projects. Dubai is one place where you can literally, like Usman, you know who I'm talking about. I know people who started in Dubai with, let's say, X amount of salary, and within 2 years, it was like quadrupled 4 times. And they started with a decent salary as well. So
You are
that's
also
one
one
thing I
of
like
them. I
about
mean,
Dubai.
you grown like anything. Very few people grown like that.
Yeah. Okay. But yeah, this is one thing I like about Dubai. I mean, if you're good at what you do, no, there's no stopping you. You
Very,
can grow
very
exponentially, which is not true for any other country, at least I have worked in. That's one thing I like about Dubai. And then when it comes to dislikes, honestly, I mean, there's not much, but the regular, like you don't have you don't have 4 seasons there. Um, and things like that. I mean, it's a bit hustle and bustle culture. So
some
yeah,
artificial touch in
that's
life.
personally I don't like. Some people like.
How did you decide to move if you were having very good salary and you're working very good in all agency and client side? What at what point you decided, okay, now I think it's enough and I should move? What was the point?
Okay, first things first. I did have good salary in Dubai. Okay, but yeah, I mean, see, the thing is, I have been working for 8 years. I have moved a lot. I have worked, I mean, in 8 different cities where I stayed for like more than 3 months or 4 months. So that's the first thing, because I was in Dubai for like 4.5 years, and I was like, okay, let's go somewhere else. Because to be honest with you, if you're a digital marketer, the one good thing about this career is you can go anywhere, you can work anywhere. You know what I mean? So
Sure.
there is demand all across the globe. So why not use that? So that's one thing. The second thing is, uh, so I was in Dubai. The thing about Dubai is there's a lot of hustle culture, and I kind of felt burnt out. I wouldn't say burnt out is probably too heavy, but it's become such a cliche now. But the thing is, I wanted to focus more on, I'm working on some projects to build my own stuff. YouTube is one of them. So in Europe, generally, the work culture, there's much work-life balance. You have, I mean, even if you work in digital marketing, still you got some time to work on your own projects. Like people respect the times,
True.
the office hours, and all those things. So yeah, I mean, all of these things add up, and that's when I decided that, okay, let's go. I wanted to move to Europe, but I wasn't actively looking for a job. But then I got a decent opportunity in Germany, Berlin, and I was like, why not? The opportunity kind of checked all my boxes, which I was looking for. So yeah.
And the most important question जो सारे लोग मेरे से बार बार पूछ रहे हैं कि how did you find the job exactly? I mean, बहुत से लोग हैं जो apply करते हैं, they are running here and there, but they are unable to find.
To be honest with you, I mean, I'm not very sure whether it was the recruiter who found me or I had applied and then they reached out to me. It's still a mystery for me. But one fine day I got, as I told you, I wasn't actively looking for jobs, but one fine day, I probably, if I had applied on this job, it looked like a good job to apply for. I'm not sure. But one day the recruiter called me and she told me about the opportunity and we went ahead. But the thing I want to answer to your question, so that the people who are asking you these questions, I always say, like, LinkedIn is amazing if you're looking for a job, but you just need to hit the right strengths. So what I mean by that is, for example, few recruiters told me this, that whenever they type performance marketing in skills in LinkedIn, so I appear on the top of the page in the search results. Why? Because before the performance marketing became a buzzword, I actually, my designation then was direct performance, head of performance marketing. And I always use this hashtag because I used to post content about performance marketing on LinkedIn, and I always engaged with this keyword and hashtag. And I used to follow pages for performance marketing. So my profile actually ranked higher on these keywords. So when they were looking for a director of performance marketing, so probably I appeared on the top. So this is one thing I would say. If you use LinkedIn efficiently, you can easily land any jobs. It's not about when they are searching. Even if you apply for a job, so when the recruiter opens the portal and they see all the people who have applied for the job, your profile ranking matters there as well. because if there are 200 people who applied for the job, the recruiter will not screen through all of them. She'll just look at the ones on the top, which also means that you need to have a good CV, which is ATS friendly, for which I have a dedicated video on my channel. But yeah, that's what you need to
I
look
think
for.
so. It means you did a proper LinkedIn SEO strategy. You opted for that, और उसकी वजह से जो है you got
Yeah.
On top of the search list. So the next question is very also important. What is the difference between the interview and hiring process compared to Dubai or and Germany and Europe market? So बहुत से लोग हैं जो ये मेरे से पूछना चाह रहे हैं और किसी ने मुझसे क्वेश्चन भी किया कि क्या प्रोसेस है, डिफरेंस क्या है?
No, it's very different. It's very different. So, for example, in Dubai, as I told you, it's hustle and bustle. Sometimes, if a company is looking for someone, they just call them, and if they think, okay, he's suitable, they hire them. Probably one of the reasons is because you have a 6-month probation, which you have here as well. But then people get fired easily. It's a normal thing. Then people find another job easily as well. And one of the reasons is anyone can get a visit visa, go to Dubai, look for a job. So there is always a lot of supply of people with certain skills. But in here, in Europe, what I understand talking from people and from my personal experiences, when you get interviewed, they literally mean it. I mean, you have multiple rounds of interview, you have HR, you have whatever they call it, like they have, and you have interview rounds with colleagues you will work with, so they understand, okay, if it's a person who we would like to work with. And technical, when it comes to technical skills, they literally, like, if you are hired for a PPC role, let's say, or programmatic, you need to know it. You cannot, I mean, the interviews are designed in such a way, the case studies and the technical interviews, that they will literally be able to look through you, what you got.
They will grill you, exactly. They will get to know, okay, exactly,
For sure, for sure. 100%.
And especially जो आपने बात की the interview with the colleagues and all that, I think they culturally fit. They also
that's called cultural interview round. Yeah, that's the
so
key
they
word.
always emphasize
They
on
take
that.
it seriously. They take it seriously.
They take it
so, for
seriously.
example, I was going through the interview process as well. So one of the things that was written there with for future interviews is, if you have a cultural fit interview with 3 of your colleagues, and one of them says, no, I don't want to work with this person, you are rejected, no matter how strong you are technically or whatever. So it's like a veto. Yeah.
It's a veto power, something. Yeah, true. Very interesting. So, Ovais, what do you think? Do somebody need the German language to move or to apply for a job, or is it matter or not matter, especially in digital marketing perspective?
No, for digital marketing, in 80% of the cases, I don't think you need it, because, I mean, for example, in my company currently, we are present in 50 markets. We deal with campaigns which are in Mandarin, which are in a lot of other languages, Japanese. So it's okay. I mean, for digital marketing and big companies who are at least present in multiple markets, you don't need to know German. Like, it's okay. But probably in some small companies who are present in German market only, they would obviously prefer. But if you're good at what you're doing in digital marketing and you don't speak German at all, it's okay. I mean, in my team currently, let's say, there are only maybe, I would say 20% who know German.
Right. So another question, what are the most demanding jobs in digital marketing? What are the types of jobs? Germany में ज़्यादा, highly demanding jobs, and little bit about salaries, अगर आप थोड़ा सा, if you have some knowledge about that.
So it's the regular digital marketing. When it comes to digital marketing, is the regular PPC specialist and display, app marketing, and then programmatic. And then if you are into BI and data science, it's the regular 8 skills. Like, I have one video on my channel where I talk about 8 skills you need. If you have any of those, you can be a very good digital marketer. It's the regular things. But when it comes to salaries, I think for freshers, in Germany, generally, but I'm talking about Berlin specifically, but because in other cities like Munich, the salaries might be a bit higher because the cost of living is higher there. But for freshers, I think with digital marketing skills, it starts with 40,000 euros a year. And then obviously, as you go up the ladder, For managerial positions, it's between 60 to 80,000 euros, I think. And obviously, when you go up the ladder, it goes up to 90, 110, 120,000 euros a year.
Right. That makes sense. Yeah, exactly. So another question, compared to Europe market and German market. So do you have some knowledge if somebody wants to move to Europe, is it they should apply to Germany or any other market like Italy, France, or even in Netherlands, or which one is the most demanding or growing market?
I'm not very sure, but I think, Germany is the biggest economy in Europe. So I guess Germany is the one country. Yeah, so I know people who moved to Netherlands, and I know people who moved to Sweden.
Yeah.
So, but I'm not very sure about which markets, but I think Germany is biggest economy. So ideally, it should be the first country you should look for.
In terms of applying for a job, is there any certain type of CV or a cover letter को specific format है, या is it the regular one?
Okay, so I mean, it's not mandatory, but people here in Germany are used to a certain type of CV. So there are a lot of websites if you Google German CV template, but it's not mandatory to follow as far as your CV template makes sense, and it's at least it has because when somebody is recruiting you, they have few seconds to look through your CV, and they should be able to at least understand, okay, how you have organized your CV. As I told you before, the other things before somebody sees your CV, what matters is ATS and all those things, for which I have a dedicated video on my channel. If you're interested, you can watch. But then you can Google as well German CV and the cover letter formats. Yeah, it's not different. It's not like hell and heaven, what you are used to already probably, but there's minor differences here and there.
Okay, right. One second, last question. I know I have taken a lot of time from you. What are the major companies? If somebody is looking for a job, or a company should sponsor his visa and everything, या relocation usko de, sab kuch de. So which are the best companies or employers?
Okay, I think what I have spoken to some people. I think that some boutique agencies, they hire from outside. I mean, because generally in here, what I understood is there is demand for people, digital marketing with digital marketing skills. There's a lot of demand, but not all companies go through the hassle, and they have the relocation teams and companies, partners who help them, because companies will not have resources to help you get visa and all that. But some big companies, what they do is they have relocation partners. So when you are hired, they take care of all the stuff you have to go through, but which is generally big companies. But some of the companies I know that hire from outside Germany easily are Zalando. It's like Amazon for Germany. And then there is Expertier. Then there is DeliveryHero. Then there is Marley Spoon. And I mean, these big companies who are internet driven.
Mont Blanc. And how about the auto industry is very big in Hamburg, I heard. So I think
but then they don't, I mean, they work with agencies. Those companies, Audi, BMW and all, they work with agencies. They don't have in-house teams.
Right. That makes sense. Now, the last question is what one should expect before moving to Germany? Uske mind mein kya, I mean, is there any surprises in terms of it? I know the weather is cold. You are wearing jacket. I'm wearing sleeveless. So what should be the? I mean, in September is the way is still very good.
It's okay. I mean, weather, obviously, when you come to Europe, it's a given that you will have 4 seasons. You will have a long winter, harsh, cold, snow. But there are a lot of things that are different here in this part of the world. For example, it's not, people here are laid back. The bureaucracy is crazy. I mean, you still get like posts, the mail by your post box, like from your finance department. If you register, city registration and all, it's all through posts. you get letters. I created after seeing all these things, cultural shocks, I even created my own vlog channel called Ovais Ahmad Vlogs. I posted all the videos there, like what were the
Interesting. Yeah,
cultural
I have
shocks.
seen those things. Yeah,
Yeah,
very
there
interesting.
are many actually. I mean,
Yeah,
but overall, generally, like you will get shocked. You will have a lot of what moments in the first few months here, because everything is so different. Like, I don't know where to start. I mean, for example, for me, some of my colleagues, they have cars, but they come to office in public transport, which never happens in, let's say, Dubai.
yeah,
Even I have to go to a grocery store, which is 300 meters, I'll go in a car. Here, people have car, they still use public transport. There are a lot of people who walk. Cycling is so common here. These are like the basic things. For example, if you have to open a bank account, unlike Dubai and India, you go online, fill a form, somebody comes to your house for the documents. It doesn't work like that. You go to a bank, you take an appointment, then you go and tell them, I need to open a bank account. So that's how people are generally laid back. It's like you don't have app to order everything. There's still a lot of things you need to do manually. So those are like the first few things you need to keep in your mind. You won't have like the tech driven life here. But if you are interested, watch my vlog. Like there's so many videos.
No, I am already watching that, and it's very interesting. That's all, Ovais. Thank you very much for the detail and everything. So if anybody has any question from Ovais or from anyone from me related to Europe market, and especially Germany, jobs, type of industry which is growing, या किसी किस्म का और भी आपके क्वेश्चन है तो you can always ask and comment down. We will have maybe another video. हम ओवैस से दोबारा request करेंगे, हमें time दे. And I would say Ovais is one of my mentor in YouTube channel, and always my mentor in terms of digital learning.
No, what I was saying is that's how we all grow. Like, you know something I don't know. I know something which you don't know. So that's how it works.
This is the quality of one of the guru who knows everything, but he's saying still he's learning from me. But I believe Ovais is my guru in terms of digital marketing. And thank you very much, Ovais, and have great evening and a great weekend. And see you maybe in the next videos sometime soon.